Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Friday, the 23rd of June. This is our weekly recap. Goes out to everybody, members and everything. If you want to join us, please come over to smartoptiontrading.com and sign up for $25 for the first 30 days and then $100 a month thereafter. What's this week been like? Well, we're in the middle of a little bit of a pullback here, right? How far are we going to go? Hard to say. But right now, we've come off the highs. We've had a week heading lower. We are quickly approaching the 21-day. That would be a 3% pullback here in the markets, roughly at the 430 area. That's where the 21-day is, and that's the area I'm watching. Today, we got up and above the 8-day before it rolled back down and came down here. That's the algos playing games. And overall in the SPY, you can see we have some problems. The oscillator's going down. What's better here? The Qs. Qs still riding the 8-day, very, very strong. Is this a healthy market? No, not by any means. This market's not a healthy market. We have very little participation. We have the same 10 or so names holding us up. They are the big tech names of the world. They're the Apples of the world, which made a new all-time high today. The Teslas, the Amazons, the Microsofts, the Metas, the Nvidias, the Googles, right? How long can this go on for? Longer than most people think, and that's the problem. I see everybody out there screaming about it. I see it. I'm concerned. We've had multiple conversations about it. But this is where the market wants to play right now. This is where it is. And the Qs are the place to be, at least until this changes. We go into next week. It's the last week of the month and the quarter, which means you're probably going to get markup in these big tech names, especially in the later half of the week. The IWM has a rebalance today. It is looking sickly, coming back to the 200-day. The Dow off here, bouncing off the 50-day. The VIX here, the VIX is kind of this funky animal today. It's, it went down and it just weak, and it was one of the signals we thought we'd bounce today early on, and why we played long calls today versus short. You take that all aside, it's all about big tech. You take the look around, the financials remain weak, energy remain weak, the biotech remains weak, right? And you look at some of the industrials, Boeing looks horrible. Cat has rolled over again. Deere rolled over, right? Costco holding in, not doing much. Same thing with Walmart here, not doing much of anything. And then you go to your big tech names. Microsoft. Oh, look, new all-time high, came down a little this week, still holding the 21-day. Meta today, new range high, keeps pushing through that gap to 300. Apple today, new all-time high, right? Very much strength. Amazon today, another big push up here, put a new range high in there. Google, despite some weakness, still kind of holding in the 21-day here. Nvidia, even though the semis are out of play, holding the 8-day still. Long some AMD here. Took that this morning. We're long AMD here on this nice little hammer candle off the gap fill. We'll see if we can get some follow through on this. But if you look elsewhere and you look around right now, we're just not seeing the rotation. We're seeing the same names. At some point, this has to change, or the market's going to have major problems. But we'll worry about that when we get there. For now, this is where it's at. So with that, I wish you a good week. We go into the weekend. Next week, we have a full week, but it's going to be quiet as we go into the July 4th weekend, which we are open on Monday, the 3rd, for a half-day session, just as an FYI. Catch you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.